Hello! In this video, I'm going to try to teach you one of the things that will be very useful for your coloring work and for using brushes with Photoshop CSS. I'm talking about the brushes blending mode, which are each of the one on this drop-down menu. These modes are found on layers and also on the layer style window. So, what is this about? I'm going to try to show you all of them on this video, but I'm telling you in advance that it's not necessary to memorize them all because they are divided by groups. Each one of those lines represents a group, and if you're able to understand how each group works, you will not necessarily need to know exactly how each one of them works. For example, if I wanted to paint on this atmosphere, I will realize this complete group where you see from darkened to darker color. When you try to paint blue, if I set as multiplied mode, which is one of that group, when I paint, I realize that the blue is coloring on white, but it can't color on black. However, it darkens the colors. Here I have a color mask, which I can use with layers to show you the behavior of this group. All of them, even though they look different, have in common they respect the black color. That is, there is no difference when you apply them on black surfaces. It's very easy to realize this group is the complete antagonist of this second one. For example, lighten, in this case, doesn't paint on white. Neither screen, but it does paint on the colors and black. This group here, where overlay is, respect pure black and pure white, but it interferes with all of the rest of colors, mainly with grayscale, not really with the colors. Each one of this third group coincides in what they respect black and white, and they don't interfere much with the colors. Maybe soft light, hard light, vivid light. They act as a mixtures. This last group, where different is, works with complementary colors. For example, as here I have blue, the complementary is orange. So, where there was black, it plays blue, and where there was white, it plays orange. If you notice, it really is a fading from black to white, and when I make it blue in difference mode, it makes a fading from blue to orange. Finally, this group have to do mostly with color management. For example, if I set it to hue mode, the upper part, which is black and white, stays intact, and the tool modifies where there are colors. But the color mode, apart from the colors, it modifies the grades, but both of them respect black and white colors. Saturation makes the color have the same saturation as the colors in this box. And luminosity turns anything white, black, or gray, and its derivative into gray, and it interferes with the level of luminosity of the color based on the level of luminosity of this box. From this layer mode group, there are some you can't find here, but you can find them when you use it, for example, a brush. This is the case, for example, even though here we have the normal mode, which is like normal painting, and we have dissolve. But here, for example, we have the behind and clear, which are not found on this list. What are these about? Let's begin with clear. Clear is about turning the brush into an eraser. So, when the brush is on clear mode, it's the same as if we used the eraser. Okay. So, what is behind mode about? Well, As its name indicates, if I have a layer and now I try to paint, for example, yellow color with the brush on behind mode, it doesn't paint where there are colors, but it paints outside the colors. Really, it's just painting on the same layer. It's no painting on the layer behind, but it's respect the already existing pixels, and when I add new pixels, it plays them as if they were behind existing pixels. I hope with this brief description on how ColorMux works, it can be easier to understand how those artworks are made and how to work with the brushes, layers, and style on Photoshop.